Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Corpening Plaza. We are just probably a couple of 100 feet from the former dividing line of Salem and Winston that we know we came together in 1913 to become Winston-Salem. Last year we spent a year celebrating the wonderful coming together and creating such a great city that we have. And we, as a part of that celebration, we wanted to have some type of a lasting memorial, sculpture, if you will, that would remind us of that wonderful coming together for years to come. And so we did go about commissioning a work. Today we're going to unveil that. We're going to meet the artist and really enjoy that piece of it. Excuse me. I think that the title of the piece, Together We Rise, certainly is very, very indicative of Winston and Salem coming together. At that time, we were the largest city in the state of North Carolina. Not quite the largest one now, but we still continue to rise as we move forward. The other thing, I know Mr. Sparrow will probably comment on this, is the fact that we do call ourselves the City of the Arts and Innovation. And certainly having more and more public art is something that I'm very interested in, and I know our City Council is very interested in. As we move around the city, hopefully in the next year to 2 years, 3 years, we'll see many, many more installations around our city as we can demonstrate that we are a city of the arts and innovation as it goes forward. So welcome this morning. We're delighted to have you, and we'll follow the program. It's my honor now to call on our Mayor Pro Tem, Councilmember Vivian H. Burke.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here with you, and I'm going to just continue from where where he stopped. I will continue. If Mr. Milton Rhodes were here, he would say, I have been one of the elected officials who have pushed for public art. When we travel around and we see other cities, how they have embraced the arts, and I'm sure if Councilmember Myrtle were here, she would say, let us brand ourselves. And as I worked with the Arts Council and the mayor also, one of their big fundraisers a few years ago, we talked about what this city can do to embrace the arts, and I truly believe that we have truly embraced it, and we can be seen as the city for these innovative, creative people sharing and caring what they have inside, putting it out so we can truly appreciate it. I told someone that I wanted to go into art, drama. But when I was growing up, the schools that I attended, I couldn't get the art. But I continue to like art. I can write and I can create things also. And I want to tell you, when you have that creativity within you, it does a whole lot. And when you see these beautiful things and how this city is growing. So I want to tell you, as I stand here, I want you to know that every council person, alderman, have worked hard to have this city to be one of the progressive cities around, where people love to come and appreciate it. I was telling Mr. Grant a few minutes ago, I said, do you remember when we rode, they don't like for me to say it, but Charlotte is my home, and it has a lot of creativity there. When we drove to Charlotte and we looked at all that public art there, and I said, our city, I came back and talked with the city manager, Mr. Lee Garrett. I said, we're going to have to embrace the people. We're going to have to help to lift them and move them forward. So on this great day, in this beautiful plaza that was named after one of our wonderful mayors, Mayor Wayne A. Corpening, he's smiling at us right now because he was a man who believed in diversity. He believed in fairness. He believed in people coming together. And so he's smiling and saying, well done. And I want to say on behalf of the other elected officials and as well as the councilman here, we appreciate having this facility here, and we appreciate our artists. May God continue to bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Burke. Let me now call on Councilmember Jeff McIntosh from the Northwest Ward, and I think this area is in your ward. So.
Certainly is.
Please.
Thank you. Good morning. I just want to briefly thank all the people involved in this effort to get this piece of work here as we see it today, or we'll see it today. I want to thank the artists, but I also want to thank the staff for all the work that's been done. I know it's taken a lot of effort. It's really heartening to me to see that the momentum seems to be building from this point forward, that we really are conscious that we need to live up to the moniker of the City of the Arts and Innovation. And so I'm happy to see this as one more step in that journey, and look forward to all the progress we're making and the future that we're going to see as we continue to build that out. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. I know you're proud to have this in the Northwest Ward. Now my honor to call on our president of the Winston-Salem Arts Council, Mr. Jim Sparrow. Jim?
Thank you very much. Let me start by congratulating the city. This actually is an effort that was put together, commissioned by City Council, put together as a collaborative effort that I think really speaks to how we do public art. It's about bringing community together, from the selection of a regional artist from North Carolina to the process of bringing local artists together to actually be part of the jury, and the City Council and the city government, as well as the community members at large, coming together around a project like this. I'm thrilled to be here to actually be a part of this dedication, because I believe that public art, as Councilwoman Burke said, is really an extension not only of our brand of being the City of Arts and Innovation, but it really is about coming together. It's something that brings people together. It's an interesting part of the brand, but it's really about bringing a diverse perspective and making everyone feel they're welcome. When you look at public art, when you're part of public art, when you're in a community that accepts public art, you're saying that we accept you as well. So I'm very excited not only about what this says, and congratulations to the city on this effort, but all the things, as Councilman McIntosh said, that will be rolling out as we go forward, because a lot of things are actually queued up, and I think it's an exciting time to be here. So thanks so much for letting me be a small part of today, and congratulations.
Thank you, Jim, and thanks to the Arts Council for your continued support and really being a conscience for our city to help us make sure we're moving in the right direction. Let me also thank our city staff. Garrity, our city manager, led that effort, and Evans Raleigh, working for our city manager to help push this forward, and Ed McNeil and his wonderful staff to always put together a great day for us here. But now, yes, here. Now it's our honor now to hear from the man of the hour, who created this wonderful piece, as we will unveil it in just a moment. But it'd be wonderful to hear from our artist, Vandorn Hinnant, to maybe give us a bit of his insight and what he was thinking in pulling this together and what he's trying to convey to us there. So, Mr. Hinnant, please.
First, let me say I'm delighted to be here, and there are a lot of people that are behind this effort, and if you see me attempting to hold back some emotion, there are more people that I want to thank than I can possibly say in a few words. So, having said that, I'll say to all of my relations, which many of you do understand where that comes from. It's a long story. I didn't plan on saying a lot. I was hoping to keep it very short and very simple. So let me see if I can figure out. May I raise this?
Yeah.
Okay. Like that. That's good. Okay, thank you. Yes. All right. So the inspiration for this work of art goes back centuries. There's a body of knowledge that's called sacred geometry, and that's a term that I did not expect to speak today. It goes so far back, we really can't say what the origins are. We have ideas about that. Lots of people have ideas about where it comes from. But our history is actually deeper, as a species, is deeper than most of us know. So let me jump forward to the title of this work of art, Together We Rise. Maya Angelou, also known as Dr. Maya Angelou, wrote a poem, Still We Rise. And so this inspiration for the title is actually derived from that particular poem. And when I was doing the research, and my wife is not here right now, she got caught in traffic also on the highway, the inspiration for this work of art is such that, you know, how, as some people say this, if you have a man standing and he looks like he's great, there's likely to be a great woman standing behind him. So some of the emotion that I'm attempting to hold back is the fact that I have this beautiful woman that has supported me in every way imaginable. And she actually encouraged me to step up and accept this opportunity, this challenge to create this work of art. So without her inspiration, if I may, her prodding and what have you, I might not even be here today. So I want you to know that. And that happens a lot of the times. But anyway, thanks to Dr. Maya Angelou, we have a title, Together We Rise. And there are lots of things that I wanted to say. The research that was involved made it possible for me to see the history of Winston-Salem, which I did not know. I've actually worked for Winston-Salem, in a manner of speaking, through the school, North Carolina, Winston-Salem State University. I've worked for the school for 20-some years now, and I've installed exhibitions for Diggs Gallery starting back in the early 90s. So I've had a relationship with the city beginning in the early 90s that continues today. I still install exhibitions for Diggs Gallery at Winston-Salem State University. And yeah, okay, so here, traffic jam, okay. I'm at an impasse. I'm not sure exactly which avenue to travel down now. Multiple ideas about what to say. The history that many of you all are aware of, you know, we have this spiritual community which came here in the 1700s, the Moravians, and that's how this city got its start. And you know, once again, many of you know this. And then we have the commercial venture, and the way I tell the story is that the city of Winston came together as or was established as a way to manage the commercial endeavors and the taxation of the people, etc. And so that's the way I tell the story. So we have this marriage that took place in 1913, but the marriage was attempted before that. And finally, there was some agreement for these two cities to stand together as a union, in union with one another. So the way I look at these two sculptural forms is that one represents Salem, and that's this form here on your right, and this form represents Winston. So in the process of from ideation to realization of the sculpture, I was considering in the beginning to actually have images on the sculptures, but once the forms were crystallized and I saw these beautiful gems, I said I can't put any images on them, no text, so the text is on the basis, and I would love for you to read the text because it speaks to this idea of what a city is. So we have historical figures like Maya Angelou and Margaret Mead and a few others whose statements are on the basis of the sculptures. And then we have a statement that was created in 1913 talking about what the city might look like in the year 2013. And then another statement, which I actually wrote posing as a citizen of Winston-Salem. I feel as though that's somewhat legitimate, having worked here for 20-some years. And then a few more statements. Adelaide Fries, or Fries, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. She was a member of the Salem Academy for Women, and which is now Salem College. Okay, I'm not sure I want to say a lot more. There is a lot more that wants to be said, but I'm really not in the mood. So what I'd like to do is, I'm imagining that we have a few moments to stand around and speak with one another, and I love answering questions. So I'm looking forward to questions and whatever ideas that you'd like to share with me about your thoughts and feelings. But the unveiling some of you have actually already seen the images. But when these works of art are unveiled, what you will see is evidence of this golden proportion that has been used by human beings for thousands of years to elevate the consciousness of the masses, or the what we can call the citizens of any particular region. So, having said that, I'm going to thank you all for attending this brief presentation, and thank you for all of your efforts on the behalf of the city of Winston-Salem and on my behalf as friends of the city, as citizens of the city, and as personal friends. So, without any further ado, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hinnant. Let me invite Councilmember Burke, Councilmember McIntosh, Mr. Sparrow to come forward. Another part of our Centennial celebration, our wonderful local composer, Dan Locklear, did a symphony for us that was presented last year called Hail the Coming Day. And I believe we're going to play that now, Ed, as we move towards the unveiling. And I invite all of our participants to join with me as we unveil it. So cue the music, as they say. Ready? 1, 2.